Hey, what's up, everyone? Daniel Kayser here, the creator and co-founder of Favslist.com. Of course, Favslist is a new social media network that's all about getting your favorite things in one place and also revolutionizing the relationship between brands and consumers. You love those brands, you love those things, whether it's video games, sports, whatever. It doesn't really matter. But anyway, I'm on the site today. Wanted to show you something, our new tracking feature, which is right over here, something very cool. This is the Favs feed that everyone has. You can see these are some of the things that I'm tracking right now. And the whole point of this is that everyone's social DNA is different. So I am looking forward to Mario Kart 8. I'm also looking forward to the Elder Scrolls Online. I really like the Denver Nuggets and the Denver Broncos. And you can see these numbers here. They'll indicate how many updates since my last visit have been issued by the community or ultimately the brands themselves when they have important news to share with their audiences. But I wanted to just show you how this works real fast because it's really super cool and people could jump in right now. So today I came across this pretty cool story about the Elder Scrolls Online, of course, an upcoming MMO set in the Elder Scrolls universe from the makers of Skyrim and whatnot at Bethesda. But the developers are talking about the PvP and the maps, guilds, combat, and more. And this article on Video Games 24/7 gives some cool insight into that. And I thought it was pretty interesting, and I thought other people would like this. So when you come across something like this, the goal of Favslist, obviously, is that you share things with people who are as passionate about a specific product or a specific thing as you are. So in the same way that I would basically share this link and take it and put it on Twitter or Facebook or whatever, we're doing that now on Favslist because it is much more meaningful and actually impacts not only the community for the game, but helps give this game, which I think is pretty cool, the recognition it deserves by helping it stand out from other games in similar genre or just from anything, really. It could be right on par with music or movies or whatever. Favslist is about everything, so it's pretty awesome. So anyway, I'm going to copy this link because I think it's worth sharing. And when I go to Favslist, you can see in my status update, what's up, Daniels? That's me. Share what you want with your friends. So when I click in here, we have a couple of types of status, just two really. The RSS, which is really for people that are tracking anything, and then the today's fave. This is the most points you can give something in a single day is to star it and give it a today's fave. Everything in the back end has points, and I'll explain that at some other point. But let's show that I want to share this with people tracking the Elder Scrolls Online. So what is this about? Favslist asked me. It's about Elder Scrolls. If I could type Elder Scrolls Online. So you can see, just type it in and you see it's being tracked and it's about that game. And what is the link? What am I sharing? So I just paste that link in there and you can see it pops up immediately. And I could give a little note. Here's some cool info on the PvP for those tracking TSO. Do they call it TSO or just ESO? Yeah, I think they call it TSO. So anyway, I'm sharing that and I'm going to send that through and then boom, you can see that this is waiting moderation because we do moderate all this stuff. As a moderator, I'll go in here and just quickly approve that fan feed. And what's cool is you can see that was sent out by a user. It happens to be me. But next time I come to Favslist, you can see that the Elder Scrolls Online right here has an update. So that would be you. If you're tracking the Elder Scrolls, you would see me sharing that article with you. It would be at the top of your Favs feed since that is the most recent thing that was added. And then you could, participate in that information and share and whatnot. So the really great thing is that not only does it impact your ability as a fan of that, but it impacts, as you see on Favslist, we actually track popularity and how data is compiled over the course of time. This game is slipping a little bit. In December, it's dropped from its profile in November. So you can see that it was at 581 on the Favslist, and now it dropped to 1,111. But I can change that by simply talking about it, whether I want to mention it, share a link like I just did, rank it in something. If I click this, I could rank it in all these applicable categories: current favorite gaming, most anticipated games, my current Fave 5, all-time Fave 5, whatever. Anything that's applicable will be shown at this point. So that is basically how you share information with people who are tracking things. And again, it's about building a community of passionate people and impacting the Elder Scrolls Online and its presence. Because now, if more people harp on this link or talk about it or add it to their faves or rank it, You'll start to see it over here in today's trends. You'll start to see it in possibly the biggest fan base surge, biggest point rise, all these different categories that we have to kind of give it that boost. But what's really interesting, if you compare that with doing this on something like Facebook, where there's 1.3 million people who like the Elder Scrolls, you would share a link here and then it kind of goes away. You're not really seeing how this game stacks up over time like you are on Favslist, and you're not seeing kind of its story, its social story, which is what we want to tell. And of course that is told on behalf of you, the people tracking it and whatnot. So, and again, to show how easy it is to add something, you could do that while you're on the page for that. As I mentioned, you could just hit the tracking button right there. You could recommend it to your friends if you wanted to do that as well. Or if you're on your homepage of Favslist, you could just use the tracking tool right over here to add it. Another game that I'm looking forward to, possibly, let's see, I'm looking forward to, I already have most of them in here. But basically, let me think of something. I have Thief in here, I have Elder Scrolls in here. But if I wanted to track, perhaps WildStar, which is another game, an MMO coming up. So I just type in WildStar, you can see, boom, it pops right up. I hit track, it's added. So as soon as someone puts an update in that same way by going here and talking about WildStar, then you can see that I will get that update when somebody puts a link in here and shares it. Boom, that'll pop right up to the front. So it's a way of managing your information in a way that Facebook and other social media platforms don't, bringing your favorite things to the forefront and allowing you to have a dramatic impact on that brand. Ultimately, the brands will have the choice to reward you for your social interactivity and also the ability to influence their brand and its popularity on Favslist. So that's just a quick overview of tracking and that tool. I hope you like it. I hope you use it because it's badass and we love it and we're having a lot of fun using it. You can see we have 432 beta testers right now who have made over 42,000 pages in our database. It's been very busy on Favslist because people are very passionate about the things that they like. So anyway, I'll have some more tutorials for you soon. That's it for now. Have a great holiday season, and I will talk to you soon. See you on Favslist. Bye-bye.